Strait of Gibraltar, which was known as ancient Greeks and Romans, Pillars of Hercules, is a narrow channel that connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea. This small sea channel passes through two important continents of the world, which are at least 13 kilometers apart. At this point, Africa and Europe are so close that if you stand and look at it from one side, then the other continent can be easily seen. But no bridge has been built to connect them. To connect both continents with each other by land, countless proposals have been given from the last decades. This road is very important because it can help connect the 45 core of the European Union and the 150 core of Africa. It will have a very big impact on the economy of both continents. Trade will increase, transportation will be better, and tourism will also increase to a large extent. But the question is, when there are so many benefits, then why hasn't a bridge been built on the Strait of Gibraltar yet? Viewers, the Strait of Gibraltar connects two important water bodies, Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. This strait is about 57 kilometers long, while the distance from the Spanish Tarifa and Morocco series points is only 8 miles or 13 kilometers. And if we talk about depth, the average depth of the entire strait is about 1,200 feet, or 365 meters. The smaller the strait looks, the more important it is, because it is a natural route between the Mediterranean and Atlantic Ocean. On the other hand, if we look at the Suez Canal, it is a way between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean for ships. The Suez Canal is very short, which is always in danger of being caught by full-sized ships. Strait of Gibraltar provides an open way for large cargo ships, which also means that the number of ships passing through it is also quite high. 14,000 ships pass through the Panama Canal and the Strait of Gibraltar. Surprisingly, more than 1 million ships pass through the canal every year. Many cargo vessels bring valuable goods from the Western Hemisphere to the Middle East, Africa and Europe, while some cross the Suez Canal and reach Asia and China. Similarly, ships have to use the Strait of Gibraltar to go from the Middle East to Western Europe or America, are close to fossil fuel-rich countries, so it is common for oil vessels to pass through here daily. According to a report, nearly 300 oil vessels pass through the strait daily, which cost billions of dollars. The Strait of Gibraltar is an important trading route for international markets, and that is why the employment of neighboring countries is also connected. Spain's Algeciras port, which is the largest shipping port in Europe, and in Morocco, the Tanger port is also increasing rapidly. Many people are surprised by the potential of these financial benefits that trade and tourism have brought to the world. Why hasn't even one bridge been built yet? It is not that it has not been thought about. Many feasibility studies and proposals have been given since 1979, but there are some issues that will not make building a bridge so easy. First of all, let's talk about the cost of this bridge. Estimates say that the cost of building a bridge on the Strait of Gibraltar can go up to $5 to $20 billion, because this bridge will be very difficult to build compared to other bridges in the world. One thing is that the bridge that needs to be built here should be designed in such a way that even the biggest ship in the world can easily pass through it, which is easy to say, but it is probably very difficult to do. Let's talk about the reason behind this difficulty later, but who will bear the cost of $5 to $20 billion? Obviously, the countries that are benefiting from the Strait of Gibraltar will have to pay the cost. That is Spain and Morocco. But the political leadership of these two countries has never been able to agree. Spain says that Morocco will benefit more from the bridge, so they should bear the cost, while the Moroccan leadership wants the cost to be 50-50. The second issue is the feasibility of the bridge. How much will it be profitable after it is built? For example, if we talk about the Channel Tunnel between the UK and France, it cost $14.5 billion, but every year, more than 2 crore passengers use this tunnel. A passenger can reach from UK to France in £121 or 150 USD. This means that every year this tunnel earns around 30 billion USD, double its construction cost. Similarly, if a bridge is built on the Strait of Gibraltar, will it earn enough to easily pay off the cost of the bridge? This is a highly doubtful thing. Morocco is a country with a GDP of only $130 billion, which is half of Pakistan. If the bridge is made here for $5 billion and the minimum fee is $20, then the cost of the bridge can be deducted by the use of 25 billion passengers per year, which is a very unrealistic number. The next issue is the construction of the bridge. As you know, the Strait of Gibraltar is a very busy route for ships. Keeping this in mind, a bridge will have to be built here that does not disturb this traffic. For this, the height of the bridge will have to be kept quite high, which will be a big challenge for the engineers. The average depth of the Strait of Gibraltar is 1,200 feet, but at some point, it is more than 3,000 feet deep, which means that the tallest building in the world is more than Burj Khalifa. Till today, the biggest bridge pillars in the world are built in the Millau Viaduct, and their height is only 1,104 feet. So in Strait of Gibraltar, standing in the water at a pillar which is 3,000 feet tall will be a task that engineers are very worried about. And by the way, the strong currents of water are not the same here. At the bottom of the ocean, water goes from east to west, and on the surface from west to east. That means if such tall pillars are built here, they will have to withstand the pressure of water from both sides. But the biggest danger to this bridge is not the biggest pillar in the world, but the tectonic plate of the Earth. Yes, the crust of our Earth is made up of different sections, which are called tectonic plates, and they are always moving. And where these plates meet each other, the earthquakes are very common. Unfortunately, the place where African and Eurasian plates meet is Strait of Gibraltar. That means that even if the bridge is built here, the consequences can be very terrible. It is only a matter of time before we can escape from the earthquake. In 1755, Lisbon earthquake occurred, whose magnitude was 8.5 to 9 on the Richter scale. Due to this, Portugal, Spain, and Morocco suffered a lot of destruction. Similarly, in 1960, the 5.7 magnitude Agadir earthquake occurred, which destroyed Agadir and Morocco. The bridge on the Strait of Gibraltar means that it will have to face the high currents of the Atlantic Ocean and also have to endure the tremors of 9 or 10 magnitude. Along with all these dangers, the ocean floor of the Strait of Gibraltar is not stable. Researchers say that there are soft layers of fort below the strait that cannot support any structure. This soft clay can easily be scattered during geological activity or at any pressure. Geologists have warned that any construction project in this area can be a disaster due to these clay channels, but this does not mean that both continents cannot be joined in any way. Many alternatives have been given, such as the tunnel passing under the ocean floor, like Channel Tunnel, but it will increase the cost of the project, which will raise questions on the feasibility of the project. On the other hand, Spain and European Union countries believe that after making a tunnel or bridge, the number of African refugees or illegal immigrants in Europe will increase, which will make it difficult to control. These are the reasons why, on the Strait of Gibraltar, despite the absence of a bridge between the two continents, no bridge has been built here. I hope you will like and share this video of InfoZem. Thank you for your loving comments. See you in the next wonderful video.